Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. This is KCAL 9 News at 8.
The Rams are going to the Super Bowl! Woo!
We are going to Atlanta!
Like, they didn't just beat the Saints, they beat 70,000 amazing New Orleans fans.
All right, Super Bowl bound. The Rams are returning to LA as NFC champs, and fans are a little bit excited. Good evening, I'm Sarah Donchie.
And I'm Chris Holmstrom. Well, a kickoff to seal the deal tonight. The Rams are on their way back to town to get ready for that big game in Atlanta against Tom Brady and the Patriots.
You know, lots of people reacting to this. Lakers superstar LeBron James sent out this tweet: "Congrats, Rams, on punching your ticket to the Super Bowl."
And Laker president of basketball operations, Magic Johnson, posted this message on Twitter. All of LA is proud of the Rams for securing the victory over the New Orleans Saints to send them to the Super Bowl.
Mayor Eric Garcetti also weighed in on the big game on Twitter. He sent out this tweet simply saying, "The Rams are going to the Super Bowl." Doesn't that say it all? Some Rams fans could not wait to get their hands on some NFC Championship gear. A popular sporting goods store in Pasadena was stocked and ready for the rush. KCAL 9's Nicole Comstock shows us the shopping frenzy at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Well, if you're a real Rams fan, the first thing you did today when you found out they were going to the Super Bowl is probably try to calm down for a second and catch your breath, because you were definitely screaming. But the second thing you do is immediately go shopping to get yourself some new Rams gear. And here in Pasadena, the line was around the register. A collective scream could be heard all across Los Angeles Sunday as the Rams defeated the Saints 26-23, securing LA a well-deserved spot in the Super Bowl.
The roof is not only going to blow, but we're going to bring the whole neighborhood down with us.
Whether you were cheering them on at a bar or at home, if you're a real fan, you probably nearly had a heart attack.
I went absolutely ballistic. Like, I think my neighbors thought maybe somebody died.
I was screaming. He was worried about the neighbors.
I told my wife, check my heart, and sure enough, it was pumping like, I don't know, 100 miles an hour. And
immediately afterward, Rams fans filed into this Dick's Sporting Goods here in Pasadena to stock up on their NFC Championship gear.
Who are you guys getting the hat for?
This is all mine.
Oh, it's all yours.
It's all
the
mine.
Full ensemble.
The full
no
ensemble.
Socks?
If I could wear it to work on Tuesday, I would.
And all the fans here say it's well worth the money they'll spend on some new swag to proudly represent their team.
They were good all season, right?
Yeah,
they were
great,
really good, really good.
They've been giving us ups and downs, but this game is just awesome, a great feeling.
It's going to be awesome. Everybody in LA, they're going to finally get on board with this team. People are a little wish-washy because they've left us before, but this is our time now.
And the fans we spoke with are pretty certain that the next time they're in here buying a Rams hat, instead of saying conference champions, it will say Super Bowl champions. For now, reporting in Pasadena, Nicole Comstock, KCAL 9 News.
All right, Nicole, bring me back a shirt. Okay, so a local donut shop went blue and gold for the day, selling Rams-themed treats. Check it out. Trejo's Coffees and Donuts in Hollywood featured Rams donuts today for the NFC Championship game. They even had number 16 donut for Jared Goff and a number 30 donut for Todd Gurley.
Donuts. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, and it looks like these donuts will a good charm for our Rams. We'll see if they bring them back for Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure they will. And also, if you want to follow the Rams to the Super Bowl, get ready to dig deep. Some tickets are starting at $5,000. That's on top of travel expenses and hotels, which are already booked up in Atlanta. So, pretty penny right there. And in case you didn't know, our sister station, CBS 2, is the only place in town where you can watch the Rams take on the Patriots in Super Bowl 53. It's 2 weeks from tonight.
In other headlines, police in Upland who found a toddler abandoned at a park now say they found the child's mother. They found the little boy this morning at Cabrillo Park sitting all alone in a stroller. Police used social media to ask for help identifying him, and within a couple of minutes, people called in with information. Police say the boy's mother is 18-year-old Leilani Parker. She has been arrested for child endangerment. Several parents who lost their children to gun violence gathered outside a Compton liquor store this afternoon, 1 year after a 3-year-old boy was murdered there. Franklin Ponrose was sitting in a car when he got caught in the crossfire of two men shooting at each other. Today, people lit candles in his honor. Some at the vigil talked about the importance of teaching kids about the danger of guns.
We have to start with education by talking to our little ones about it and what to do once they have confronted with it. We have to demand in our community that they don't be allowed to sell guns and stuff like that.
Two men have been charged with the murder of Ponrose and are awaiting trial.
As the LA Teachers Union and the school district work through the weekend to end the strike, another California school district could soon have teachers on the picket lines. KCAL 9's John Ramos brings us the latest on the big showdown in Oakland.
It was no day off today at the headquarters of Oakland's Teachers Union, as it looks more and more like the district is headed for a strike. The announcement came at noon from Oakland Education Association President Keith Brown.
A Democratic strike vote by paper ballot at school sites in the Oakland Unified School District will send a message that Oakland educators are serious about ending the teacher retention crisis.
The union says it wants more student resources, smaller class sizes, and what they call a living wage for its workers. And it is using the power of art to reinforce the message. Union and community members met in Oakland today for a so-called art build to create the protest materials for a potential strike.
It's gorgeous because it brings people together, but also it shows the world what's going on in a way that is instant.
In one room, screen printers turned out handmade fabric posters. And downstairs, volunteers painted huge parachute signs designed to make a bold statement. It's no accident the images are reminiscent of materials from the 1960s Vietnam War protests.
When you're in that kind of struggle, you need to keep your spirits up. And by making things actually together, the process is community building, it's strengthening.
Jennifer Fuller teaches art at an Oakland middle school and says activists have always used colorful imagery not only to persuade outsiders, but to inspire those already in the fight.
It creates a kind of motivation that it might not if we were just making signs individually.
Signs made not on a printing press, but by many hands, are intended to send a message of unity if a fight should occur. Following today's announcement, there will now be a 4-day vote of the members beginning on the 29th to determine if the union has the authority to strike. John Ramos, KCAL 9 News.
And a strike could happen as soon as next month after the state arbitrator issues a non-binding report.
We are just minutes away from the peak of what is being called, and bear with me now, the super blood wolf moon. Sounds like a movie,
Say it one
right?
more time.
Super blood wolf moon.
There you go.
This is what it looked like over in Japan. And here in Southern California, the super blood wolf moon also has people looking up. KCAL 9's Randy Page is live at the Griffith Park Observatory, where this lunar eclipse is all the rage. Sounds like there are a lot of people there, Randy.
There are a whole lot of people, and we are now 6 minutes away from the total eclipse. Now, we're going to do our best to zoom into this for you so you can see what it looks like at this very moment. You can see it's almost there. Now let's take a look at it just about an hour ago as we talk about what we're going to see in the sky tonight. Super because it is close to the Earth, about as close as it gets. Blood because the sun is being filtered, the light of the sun, onto the moon, and that's why it's turning it red. Wolf because Native American folklore says hungry wolves howl at the moon in January. So how often do all these things come together? Here's an astronomer here at Griffith Park.
The super part is somewhat rare. The moon needs to be within a day or so of its closest position, and the orbit's a month long, so that's pretty rare. And then eclipses only a couple of times a year, and you have to be on the right side of the Earth to see it. So tonight is a little bit of a rare event, and folks should enjoy it.
And they are enjoying it, as you can imagine, and this is the decisive moment. We're now just about 2 or 3 minutes from a full eclipse. We'll have more on that for you coming up later tonight. Let's go back to you.
Randy, that is too cool. All right, Sarah, so 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to let you do the rest of the show while I go join Randy.
See you later.
See you later. I'm out of here. Just kidding. All right, coming up in sports, we'll have more on the Rams beating the Saints to advance to Super Bowl 53.
And an out-of-this-world job just ahead in your STEAM Sunday report. Amber Lee introduces us to one astronomer whose passion for the stars took her to the world's most magnificent observatory.
California